Once upon a time, there was a father, and he loved his children. His children were Hansel and the gorgeous and stunning Gretel. He loved his kids. But you know, he had a problem. And the problem he had was that he married a woman who hated kids. She was their stepmother. And as times got hard, she would always say, "We don't have enough food for all of the family, Father. What are you going to do about those little hungry kids, those little hungry Hansel and Gretel?" And the father would say, "I love my kids. I don't want to do anything. I want just to take care of them. But the food is running out. Next time you're out in the woods, go a little further where they won't know where they're at, and let them get lost. Then it's not on you." "Oh, I love my kids. I can't do that." "Yes, you can. You have to." And so the father went out with the very next opportunity he had. He went out into the woods, and he took his darling son Hansel and his wonderful daughter Gretel. And while he was out in the woods, he reluctantly slipped away so the two couldn't see which way he went. And there was trouble. There was trouble. They were lost. But Hansel, being a clever boy, and having perceived there was something amiss, along the way, he was really smart. He dropped little hard marshmallows along the trail. And so when they finally were abandoned by their father, and not knowing where they were at, thinking they were lost, Hansel said to Gretel, "Look down here, little hard marshmallows. Look at that, Gretel." And they found their way back. They walked, hiked, and got all the way back. Well, that had a good side and a bad side. The good side was that the father said, "Oh, my lovely children are home again. What a wonderful thing." And his wife said, "They're back. I thought you got rid of them. Can't you do a job right? Next time you go out, you hear me? Next time you go out, you make sure they get lost. Understand?" "Yes, dear." The next opportunity, the father took the children back out into the woods. His wonderful son Hansel and his darling daughter Gretel. And Hansel, having been a very clever boy long before, thought, "I know this trick." And he dropped little hard marshmallows along the way. 1, 2, 3. Pretty soon the father couldn't be found anymore. He slipped into the woods. And Hansel said to Gretel, "Oh, look at this. I have been dropping the breadcrumbs again. We can find our way back. Not to worry." And they looked down to find the breadcrumbs, and guess what? They were gone. No breadcrumbs. And they looked over in the distance and saw these birds. They'd eaten all the breadcrumbs. Not good. Not happy. And they were worried. And they walked around into the woods. And it wasn't long before they ran into this beautiful house. And it was made out of candy. And so they went over and said, "Well, a little piece wouldn't hurt." And they started picking the candy off of the house. And it wasn't long as they were picking on the candy that they heard this little voice come from inside the house.
"Who's that on my house? I hear some noises." "Oh, look, it's children. Oh, I'm so glad you came. Help yourselves to the candy all you want. And if you would like more, I have food inside. Come on inside." And the kids said to themselves, "She looks kind of icky, but she has food." They went inside, and the witch slammed the door. And Hansel and Gretel were in her power. And she put Hansel in a cage. Gretel watched, and she said, "No, you don't do that."
The witch says, "You're now my slave, and you will do everything I tell you, or you will die. And so will Hansel." And Gretel says, "Oh, I don't want to be a slave, but I don't want Hansel to die either, so okay, okay." And so she started to help Gretel take care of feeding Hansel. To make him fatter and fatter. And the witch would go in each day and pinch him.
Ooh, just about right. Just about right.
And finally the day came when she said to herself, "This is the day I'm going to have myself a delicious kid burger." Well, she was stoking up the fire and getting it all ready to cook, leaning over and putting another log on and stirring the coals. And Gretel, having gotten the idea now, said to herself, "Oh, we've got to stop this." And while the witch was leaning over, she just gave her the slightest little bump.
Ow!
The witch fell right into the fire. Well, Gretel quickly got right over to Hansel, opened the cage, got him out, and they were hugging and happy. And Gretel says, "The witch is gone, but I know where she keeps her treasure. She has a big pot of gold. Let's get it and take it back to our family so we're not so poor and we can make it." And so they did. They went in and got the gold. They didn't know where to go. As they came out of the house, they were looking all over the place, and along came this really, really cute white bird. And it chirped to them, "I know the way. Follow me." And so they followed the bird, and the bird led them home. Well, it wasn't long till they got back to their house, and guess who was waiting for them? "Oh, my lovely children, I'm so glad you made it back. Oh, I was so worried. Oh, I hate the thought of not being with you." And the wicked stepmother came out and said,
"You little buggers are back again. Ah! What are you doing back again? I told you not to let them come back again."
and the father says, "What do I say?" And Gretel said to them, "Oh, we happen to also have a big pot of gold that the witch doesn't need anymore. And here it is." And the wicked stepmother says, "Oh, my lovely children, it is so wonderful to have you home again. Here, hand me over that pot of gold. Oh boy, so nice to have you home again." And the father hugged the two lovely children, and he said, "I don't care about any pot of gold. All I want is my lovely children back. What a happy day."